Hey, good evening, church, and welcome to another Live at 5. Tonight, we are going to look at another Psalm of David. We're going to be in Psalm 41. Psalm 41 is a psalm of lament, and at the heart of what David is writing about in 41 is a troubling situation that he is going through. He is lamenting about his current situation, what is happening to him, and the stuff that he is dealing with, while at the same time highlighting and praising God for his mercy throughout that situation. We're going to get to that a little bit more in a little bit, but what I want to focus on tonight are the first three verses out of Psalm 41. And the first three verses say this: "Blessed is the one who considers the poor. In the day of trouble, the Lord delivers him. The Lord protects him and keeps him alive. He is called blessed in the land. You do not give him up to the will of his enemies. The Lord sustains him on his sickbed. In his illness, you restore him to full health." And there's two words that I want to kind of focus on or highlight out of those verses, and they both come out of verse 1. And the first word is the word poor. He says, "Blessed is the one who considers the poor." Now, a lot of times when we think poor, our mindset can go to someone struggling financially. But that word poor is bigger than that. And it means anybody who is going through any sort of difficult or troubling situation. It may be financial, but it may be more than that. It may be physical or emotional or spiritual. Anyone who is struggling with any sort of troubling situation in their life. And the second word is the word consider. It says, again, who considers the poor. And that word consider is bigger than just, I hope they do well, or I'm aware of their situation. The word consider there means to consider or to think about to the point of taking action, to understand, to invest, to take time to consider again, and realize what that person in our life or that person we come across is dealing with. And so I just want to ask a couple questions as we look at that first part there. I just want to ask two questions really tonight. The first question is, do we see those around us who are struggling? And the second question is, are we taking action? You know, I think it's real easy to either have closed eyes or to choose to not see people around us who might be struggling or who might be going through difficult situations. And I think also at times, if we see that taking place, it's easy to just kind of brush it off or to pass it on to someone else. You know, we can tend at times to have a quick fix mentality, and I know that I can go there. I might see someone around me that's struggling, and I'll just write a check, or I'll refer them to somebody, or I'll offer maybe solutions that I think would fix their current situation or problem without really pausing and understanding and investing. And we're called here to consider the poor, to invest in the lives and the situations of those around us who are going through difficult times. And are we doing that? You know, the book of Proverbs is full of kind of the same idea. You know, it says in Proverbs 19:7 and 22:9, 28:27, 31:8-9. Sorry, I kind of went a little Pastor Joel on you right there, but all of those are about investing in the poor and seeing those around us that need help. Now, the rest of the psalm, kind of the bulk of it there, as we mentioned earlier, highlights those first verses in which David lays out a situation in his own life where that is not taking place. He finds himself sick, he finds himself struggling, and he talks in like verses 4-9 about how people are coming to see him. And the words they offer up are hollow, and their actions are meaningless. And a matter of fact, he talks about when they leave his presence, they're actually wishing death upon him. They don't want him to survive. And so I'm back again to that question, a question that I've wrestled with going through this psalm, and a question that I want to pose to us as a church also is, again, are we seeing those around us that are struggling? Do we see those in our lives, in our communities, in our circles that are going through difficult situations? Are we asking God for open eyes and soft hearts and listening ears? And then, are we taking action? Are we investing in that situation? Are we moving beyond just quick fix solutions to use the skills that we have, the things that God has blessed us with, to walk along beside, to pray for, to help anyone that we might know dealing with that? You know, the psalm concludes in verse 13. It says, "Blessed be the Lord, the God of Israel, from everlasting to everlasting. Amen and amen." David concludes this psalm, and actually the first book of Psalms, by praising God. You know, no matter what is going on in his life, no matter what is happening, no matter his current situation, that God deserves to be praised. And so, church, my prayer for myself and my prayer for us, not only today, but in days going forward, is to ask God for soft hearts, for open eyes, for listening ears, to see those around us who might be struggling, and then to consider that, to consider to the point of taking action, to invest in that situation with whatever skill set we might have or whatever is needed in that particular time, to walk along beside that person and to show them the love of who Jesus is. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Thanks for tuning in always. We're praying for you, and we hope you have a great night. Thanks.